inspirational, uplifting, altogether good.
The Good News Franklin County Schools.
Welcome to WFCS Radio, the Good News Franklin County Schools podcast. I'm your host, Dwayne McIntosh, and here we are again with another episode. The Good News Franklin County Schools podcast was created to share the amazing work taking place within our district as we highlight all things inspirational, uplifting, and all together good. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I have first with me the Director of CTE and Secondary Education, Dr. Danielle Parker. Y'all give it up for her today.
Hi. Happy to be here.
And we are both here to honor the most recently recognized and celebrated NCCAT 2022 Career Technical Education Teacher of the Year Award finalist for the state, Miss Maria Styers from Franklinton High School.
Hi. Glad to be here too.
And that was a mouthful.
Yes, it was.
Miss Styers, really quick, how are you feeling about this nomination where you are right now?
Well, it's amazing. It's quite an honor, and I have to just think, wow. Sometimes when I got that phone call, I thought, oh my goodness, this is excellent.
And I'll admit, when we announced her at the Frankies earlier this summer as the representative for Franklin County Schools, immediately I was like, yeah, state.
Yes.
Oh goodness, no, thank you.
No, I mean, you do great work. Immediately I thought, yeah, she's a state winner. She
Right.
can easily be a state winner. So to see you this being recognized now as a regional and a state finalist, one of 3 within the region and one of 24 within the state, that's definitely something to be celebrated.
Thank you.
Yes. And I know that she'll represent Franklin County Schools well as the North Central region. So we're really excited as NCTE as well.
So with this recognition and this process, what's the next steps, guys, as far as where do you go from here? Yeah.
Well, I've received the information about the regional award, and I'm waiting for more information to come, more details. I'll be going to NCCAT, North Carolina Center for the Advancement of Teaching,
Okay.
in Cullowhee for a week.
Okay.
October 3rd through the 7th, I believe.
Nice.
And I have not been to NCCAT, but I understand from people who have been there that it was built as a place to take care of teachers. So I'm looking forward to some time away with other educators and some professional development around leadership topics. I'm a little nervous about leaving my kiddos, but I'll be checking on them.
All right. It takes some time for yourself, but I get it. That's what make you great. You know that you're always thinking about them, even when you're preparing to leave. You're thinking about them, so that's awesome.
Right.
So, all right. So let's we're gonna delve more into that here in a few minutes, but let's go back is education just in general. This is year what for you?
I am starting year 25.
Wow.
Wow.
Let's pause for a second. 25 years in education. Yes, we're gonna.
Right. And I might add, I still love my job.
Yes.
And teenagers. And that's hard for.
You need an award for that, right?
I agree.
I do love teenagers.
I
I know
agree.
a lot of folks are like, oh my gosh, but I love them.
So, as somebody who is, I'm not a teenager anymore, unfortunately, and I'm not in high school anymore. Take us into your classroom. What makes that such an awesome time, in your opinion? What do your students love so much? Because from what I hear, there's typically a waiting list to get into your course.
There is. My classes, I now teach the upper level students. I have taught all different levels, but we have culinary 1, 2, 3, and 4 now in North Carolina. We've gone through quite a few curriculum changes, but I have a co-teacher who teaches the level 1 students, and we work together to make sure they're ready to come to level 2. So for the most part, they have some ideas of what's going to happen in class.
Okay.
They know the routine a little bit of working in the culinary lab. So they're excited and they're looking forward to doing some new things. But also we have to make sure we review Some of the students in level 2 were virtual. Some have not been into the lab before. So I have to take students who were with the teacher last year and the students who might have been 2 years away from that, and make sure we're all on the same page as far as safety, sanitation. This is how we do it in here. So it's a lot of temperature checking, so to speak, of formative assessments, review, because we want primarily, I want them to learn a lot about cooking, but number one is safety.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I would add too that we hope that students who take culinary arts courses are preparing themselves for work. That they're gonna go on and pursue future education opportunities or go into a career in culinary. So that's one of the reasons why students are lined up as well. And Maria is a fantastic teacher.
That's awesome. And Dr. Parker, I know one of the things you do as far as overseeing the CTE program is making sure teachers like Ms. Styers have the things they need. And how does that feel knowing that it's being properly utilized and that it's been recognized and in the CTE world, career. And for those who don't know, CTE is career and technical education. I'm a former CTE teacher, and I know in education we use a lot of acronyms, so I forget sometimes to explain them, but
Right. It's very exciting when the committee, when we were reviewing all of the individuals that were nominated, Maria really stood out. She is a leader within her school. She has been a joy to work with. She's one of our department chairs, and I get the chance to work with her closely. So we're just really excited to have Maria be a finalist.
I got an air horn that one. Sorry, did I catch you off guard?
Yes.
I like the air horn. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So we're just thrilled, and she has done so many phenomenal things for our district and has been very loyal to Franklin County, and we just knew that she would represent us well. She teaches not only her CTE courses, but she reaches other individuals within her school, her EC population, and she's just wonderful to work with.
That's awesome. So where did that love for students and for cooking, I guess, and teaching the fundamentals of culinary come from? Was that natural or?
Well, I'll have to tell you a funny story.
Okay.
And this is never say never. Okay.
Okay.
My mom was a teacher. My sister is a teacher. My dad was a pastor, so sort of a teacher.
Okay.
And I saw them from the home side and said, I am never doing that. In fact, when I was at Meredith College, one of my professors said, I really think you should take this class just in case you decide to get certified to teach. My degree is in, well, we called it home economics then,
Right.
but and interior design. And I just knew from high school I wanted to do interior design. I said to my professor, I am not taking that class because I will never be a teacher.
And here we are 25 years later.
Here we are. And I had to call her back when I was working on licensure and say, you remember when you told me? And she said, yes. I said, well, I need to enroll in that class with you now.
Wow.
So I've loved young people even before then, but worked in interior design field for 7 years. And I think that was a really good preface to my teaching.
Okay.
Because I know what the workplace is like, and I can bring that to my students as well.
Nice.
Not that teaching is a professional workplace, but when you've been in an office setting, there are different behaviors, expectations, and hierarchy with management, that type of thing. So I can bring that into the field where I'm teaching. And
So,
talk about the real world.
and from what I heard as well, when Franklinton High School was built, you did have somewhat of a hand in designing the culinary arts area. So you did get a little bit of your interior design.
I did.
Tell us about that.
When I taught at the old campus, which is now Franklinton Middle School, for 13 years.
Okay.
And I started out teaching just a variety of courses. It seems when you're a new teacher, sometimes you teach sort of a medley of classes, and then you see where your strengths are and where students are responding best, and that becomes your specialty. I loved teaching all the courses I taught, but especially the foods classes. And then when we were preparing to build the new campus, Dr. Charles Fuller said to me, okay, we're thinking about starting a culinary program. If we do it, will you teach it? And I said, yes,
Thank God you said
absolutely.
yes.
I've got a little bit to learn, a lot to learn, but I'm excited to learn.
Yes.
So,
Y'all give it up, man. That's amazing.
And not all school systems have a culinary program.
no,
So
they don't.
it's an awesome opportunity for our kids that we offer that here.
Yes.
And the space, the facility is incredible. I remember we did a walkthrough before we were able to occupy the building, and we looked in the culinary lab. And I said to Dr. Fuller, at that point was our principal, excuse me just a minute. And I went to the walk-in refrigerator and closed the door behind me and went, oh my goodness. I didn't want anybody to hear me
Wow.
squealing, but
That's
it's
amazing.
a gorgeous space.
People don't always realize that in a lab like that it's commercial grade equipment.
Yes.
You're teaching kids about how to do this job, not necessarily just about what they would do in their home kitchen. So students are getting the chance to do real world
Wow.
activities using commercial
Hands-on
grade
learning. Yes.
equipment.
Definitely.
That's amazing.
And I was able to use my design and space planning knowledge to work with our architect. I visited several schools. I talked to people who had a commercial lab. What do you like? What do you not like? What do you suggest if you could do it all over again? And then he sent our ideas to a kitchen design. I mean, they design restaurant kitchens. That's their specialty.
Wow.
And they created and came up with the equipment list based on what the state recommends. If you can cook in that lab, you can cook in any restaurant kitchen.
Wow. And
It's
I've
amazing.
I've visited a few times, and I've seen, them making the different soups and different
Mhm.
things, and I was like, wow, this is really good. This is not, the home ec class that I took in
Definitely
school.
not.
This
You
is
took
a little
home
different.
ec?
I did. I
Did
did. Oh wow.
I didn't take it.
I did. I remember them teaching us how to iron on the ironing board. I remember we had a few cutting and setting the table activities,
Yes.
but like you said, the
Right.
commercial grade kitchen that you have, I was like, this is a
Very
restaurant.
different.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was over in the keyboarding lab learning how to type
Gotcha.
on a regular
On a
typewriter.
typewriter with the little
Oh,
piece
wow.
of correction
With
film.
the
you
correction
put in.
tape.
Yep. We had one computer.
Yes.
And now we're 1-to-1, and everyone has their own
Yes.
device.
So
Times
Much-
have
Times
changed.
have changed.
Yes.
Times have
Definitely.
changed. That's awesome. All right, so listen, we've reached the portion of our show where I like to play a game called Would You Rather.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
So, for both of you, I'm going to ask a question. You can pick between the two, which one you would rather do. And if you choose to, you can give us an explanation as well. All right, so we're ready?
Yes.
Here we go. So, first question. Would you rather be able to fly or read minds?
Fly.
Probably fly. I
Probably.
don't know that I'd want to know what some people are thinking.
Agree.
Right.
Agree.
And I'm already so good at reading minds. So I'm gonna choose flying.
Uh-oh.
That's Dr. Parker's superpower already. She can read minds if you did not know.
Yes.
Be careful. Don't think around her.
Right.
That's right.
Don't do it.
All right. Would you rather be a famous singer or a famous actor?
Singer.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say
Of
singer.
course.
Look like a singer with that.
I am a
does.
singer.
She does.
Um,
For our listeners, you can't see her. She does look like a singer, though.
Thank you.
Famous singer or famous actor? I
Yes.
think I'd do the actor.
Acting. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I love.
I want to do both.
Well, we can do a musical.
Right. There you go. There you go.
But go ahead. What were you
I
saying? You
love
love?
seeing drama unfold on stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really
Yes.
do.
I agree. I agree. All right. Couple more here. Would you rather live the life of a dog or the life of a cat?
That's easy for me. A cat. We have a cat. Our George is famous already, but now he's even
Really?
more. No.
Oh my
George.
goodness.
George is wonderful. My daughter rescued him off the streets, And now he
Wow.
just has everything just laid in his lap, and he does whatever he wants.
I think
Are you pleading the fifth?
I'll choose dog.
Life of a dog.
I have two, Bella and Fritz, and they seem to have more personality. I know cats have personality. They're sneaky though, and
Yes.
people tend to be to like dogs more. That's what I notice, and I want to be liked by people.
Right. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. Two more here. Would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or play every instrument?
Play every instrument. I want to be Prince.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I want to. I think that would be fun.
I would love to speak every language.
Me too.
We have had exchange students in the past, and I love having them in our home, but I can't often talk to their parents.
Yes.
And I couldn't say, is your child allowed to do that?
Yes.
So I just told them, I'm your mama for right now, and this is how it is.
Agreed.
But I'd love to be able to talk to their parents in their language.
I think that's a good
Love
idea.
that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And communication is what I do for a living. So, of
Yes,
course, I would want to
absolutely.
speak.
But you know,
I would love to travel and just, when I meet people in their cultures, be able to speak their language.
Yes.
Just,
You know, I'm so musically inclined. I love
Yes.
all music and all instruments, and I think I would just love to be able to do that.
That's good. That's good. Last one. Would you rather have 10 brothers or 10 sisters?
I have a sister that I just love, and she's my hero for a lot of reasons. And if I could have 10 more of her, that'd be just incredible.
Cool.
I don't know. I think I know I want a mixture.
You gotta-
Gotta
would you rather? Who knew this would be the hottest questions to answer
think-
today, right?
I guess I would choose sisters because then maybe I'd have 10 best friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so sweet.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. You guys did great. Thank you for playing Would You Rather.
It's fun.
So circling back and closing here today, it's been great. Congrats are definitely in order. Has it really settled in for you? What's taking place, or?
Not really, and I don't know that a lot of people know about the regional finalist
Okay.
award yet.
They will soon.
They will soon.
Right.
And I
Or they know now.
I try to be humble and not look at me.
Right.
Right.
So that is a little uncomfortable, but I'm very excited for the award and to represent Franklin County. I'm a product of Franklin County schools. My children are products of Franklin County schools, and this is where I've had my whole teaching career. And I truly think if anyone's listening from another system, you should come work in Franklin County because this is the
Agreed.
best place to be.
Agreed.
I would agree as well.
There you go.
Wrong button there. But part of this, the reasoning behind the podcast is to give people their flowers within our district and because we have some amazing folks and
Yes.
Definitely.
and we don't always get to recognize them and share the good that's happening. So that's one of the things we want you to, we can write an article, but being able to hear you speak and others hear you speak and hear your passion and your history and the reasoning and why are you who you are, I think that's beneficial to us all. So thank you for both of you for coming on today and for
welcome.
sharing. Congrats, definitely are in order. We look forward to speaking with you again and hopefully in October after you have won the state.
Yes.
We'll see. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
They will do the interview at NCCAT and they'll make that decision that week.
And they
Wow.
announce it that week. I think on
Wow.
the 6th,
Mhm.
they'll announce the winner.
Wow. Awesome. So, well, folks, this concludes our episode for today. This is the Good News Franklin County Schools podcast. If you're listening on your favorite podcasting app, please subscribe and share with a friend. If you're watching us on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that there is greatness inside of you. Please let it out and share the good news. And we will see you later, everyone.
Inspirational, uplifting, altogether good.
The Good News Franklin County Schools.